Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Driving Perilously, the show in which we turn on the radio and talk about what it is that's going on. What's going on is I'm driving along High Ridge Road, which is a beautiful road here in sunny South Florida, Palm Beach County. South Florida is flat. All of Florida is flat almost, but South Florida is flat. But this is a high ridge, and so the road's named after High Ridge. So you have a little character of little altitude changes. That's kind of fun. But it's also pretty because the neighbors kind of take pride in their neighborhood, and there's some really nice large trees and pretty church, and in some ways it's typical of South Florida, Palm Beach County, but in other ways it's a little different. I have a friend who says it reminds her of some of the neighborhoods in Nairobi. I've never been to Nairobi. It doesn't remind me of Nairobi, what I think Nairobi is like at all, but we've got some nice flowering trees, big trees, nice houses, and it's nice, and it ends in a park. Really nice park. It's called John Prince Park, and when I was little, I liked the Robin Hood movie, the cartoon. I liked all the Robin Hood legends and stories, but I liked the Robin Hood cartoon with the cartoon fox playing Robin Hood and the cartoon bear playing his friend, and the snake was the bad guy, I think. And I always wondered why is it backwards? Why is it called John Prince Park? It's obviously Prince John Park, isn't it? Because, you know, all the fairy tales and so forth have princes in them. So I thought his name must be Prince John. Why'd they call it John Prince Park? Well, you know, some American was named John Prince, and they named the park after him, not after a prince who was named John. But anyway, High Ridge Road is lovely. John Prince Park is lovely. And
I had the good pleasure of
the song that was just on the radio was talking about the beauty of nature and the story that the dewdrops or raindrops tells us, and the loveliness of the trees. It was going on and on, but it was one I had never heard before, but it reminds me of Colors of the Wind, which is the song Disney's Pocahontas was built around. I just watched a video on Colors of the Wind, the Blue Corn Moon song from Pocahontas, Disney's Pocahontas cartoon, and it was saying that that movie was built around that song. It's kind of interesting. I think it's a nice song. I love how Vanessa Williams sings that song. Vanessa Williams sings every song nicely, at a minimum, and excellent very oftentimes. Do You Hear What I Hear? Dreamin'. There's plenty more. But the song Colors of the Wind was being YouTubed by someone who was trying to hold it accountable for cultural appropriation. And I find that tedious. But she did a good job of it. She wasn't just saying that white men aren't allowed to write songs about Native Americans. So, you know, she had good points, and she was doing a good job with it. Talking about where the blue corn moon comes from, and some of the things that are genuine Native American spirituality and nature symbols and so forth, and some of the things that are, you know, added. But what I liked about it was she doesn't just say white man bad, other culture good. Because we all know that can't be that simple, right? Don't we all know that? Don't we? But she was saying that part of colonization, part of superiority is pretending like the other group is morally superior but technologically and knowledgeably, intellectually inferior. The noble savage trope. We know that Native Americans were tribal in some instances. We know that they had cities in other instances. We know that if they had all banded together, they could have had a culture that lasted longer, didn't get destroyed as much. Maybe their present would be quite different. It's not that one group is evil and one group is good. It's that they were divided into lots of groups, just like Europeans were and are divided into lots of groups. If they come together as the European Union and do something together, then of course they're more powerful than similar nations that don't band together, or similar groups that don't even have agriculture or home ownership or land ownership. I mean, when the cowboy and the rancher should be friends, you know, the rancher's going to win because the rancher owns the land, doesn't travel like wildebeests and buffalo and elephants do. The rancher's going to win. Sorry. It's not because the rancher's better. It's because the rancher owns the land and makes it their own, kicks the other people off of it. So anyway, I don't know how I got on that. But the song, Colors the Wind, it's very interesting. Blue Corn Moon is apparently made up for the song, which I find amazing because it has stuck so well. But there were blue moons, of course, and there were corn moons, but there weren't blue corn moons until that song. There was a green corn moon, I think is what it was, and it was changed to a blue corn moon. And then she had her blue necklace. So there was a blue importance of the color blue and importance of maize or corn. And it all goes together to make a nice symbol for that movie and that legend. So that's it for today. We're getting together from an old show this evening. That should be fun to see people. You know, there's a camaraderie when you're in a show with people. I saw 2 people from a show yesterday at work, and I seen a bunch of people today from a show that was even older. So it's going to be nice. I'm going to try to do some karaoke. I need to find some more songs and build up a karaoke repertoire. And that's it for now. Take care, everybody.